Happy Thursday. I just kind of got ready for work quickly. The kids are still in their PJs and I feel the winds shifting. That's the only way I know how to describe it. I feel like things are about to happen and there's gonna be a widespread lockdown. Quarantine, if you will, which I'm okay with. I'm in the camp that I'm not afraid of this virus for healthy people. I'm afraid of the virus spreading to people who can't fight it off. And I have personal family members, personal friends that are immunocompromised, have a pre-existing like respiratory disease, things like that, and I am all about protecting them. And I think it would be much better in the long run if everybody just stayed home for a couple of weeks, let this blow over. A couple weeks may not even be enough, and I don't know enough about the disease, and I don't think any of us do to know exactly what would stop it. But anyway, that's kind of where I stand on it. I initially thought that things were being blown out of proportion. I do remember learning about coronavirus when I was a student. I majored in biology, and in one of my classes we learned about, I remember like associating coronavirus and SARS together as respiratory illnesses by the song like Will You Be My Corona and Lyme was out, and so my friend and I would remember Will You Be My Corona and SARS, and that's how we remembered that those were like associated. So it's really strange that this is now coming about as like an actual issue. So I hope you guys are all taking precautionary measures and staying protected, staying healthy, staying home if you're not healthy. And I'm placing a huge order for groceries, things that will last a long time. I think we could easily eat for a month off of what we have in our house, but I would just like to have things on hand. I don't think you can be too prepared. So I'm doing that right now, getting ready to go to work. It's just interesting. My aunt Laurie, who's a physical therapist, they have locked down their clinic and won't let anybody in. And she works in like a assisted living nursing home type place. So they've totally locked down. I think it's only a matter of time before that is the norm. So we shall see, I guess. Bear, can you put all of those bouillons back in there, please? In other news, my hair is still falling out in a ridiculous rate. Bear? I don't feel like it went on this long with the twins. If you don't want to see a whole bunch of hair, don't look. But while I was doing my hair for work, that's how much hair I pulled out. That's insane. I also had this whole plan to like have this ombre so I don't have to go get my hair done ever. It'll just kind of grow in dark, and then I will lighten up the ends or keep it blonde with purple shampoo and with toning. Turns out I have a ton of gray hair. I did not know how much gray hair I had until I allowed my roots to be dark and natural. Woo! I don't know if this is gonna work.
It's Thursday, just got home from work, and I was excited to come home and see baby Eloise. So her neck was just, last night it was looking really, really bad. So obviously we've been trying the best that we can to keep it like nice and clean and kind of keep her protected with she literally just got done eating, so I just took her bib off because it was all wet. But her neck's looking much better today. Let me do a neck update here. Well, it doesn't look like she has a neck here, but she does, I promise. Up here. This is like what I do with my pediatric patients when I test their ocular muscles. There we go. And then up here. Way up here. Yeah, so it's looking much better today. And over here. Good job. And your eye muscles are great. So we'll have to insert a picture of her neck bleeding. I think the real issue is, well, the secondary issue is she scratches it, and so when she scratches it, it just like rips her skin off, and so she was bleeding the other day, but looks much, much better today, thankfully. It's just really hard to stay on top of it. All right, guys, I need you to say, pop it like it's hot.
Pop it like it's hot.
Bear, you just hit her in the face with the book. Lindell, say it again for me.
Like it's hot.
Bear, can you say pop it like it's hot? I've always wanted to be a dad and have your kids say hilarious things. Bear, can you say, pop it like it's hot? Can you say it proud? Nice. Pop it like it's hot. Can you say Snoop Dogg? Does that sound like a puppy? Snoop Dogg? Yeah.
Rusty.
Yeah, Rusty, exactly. Rusty's a Snoop Dogg. Holy moly.
It's like we're prepping for the apocalypse.
Seriously. And we're not even.
Oh my god!
That was just a normal grocery run.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, they smell like he said, here, Mommy, here's some flowers.
That was really sweet.
He said, melon.
Quit showing me up, Bear.
That was really nice. I talked earlier about how I was placing a big order. The thing I hate about Walmart grocery pickup is you have no option other than those sacks. I hate it. I've said on there, every time we made an order, I put feedback, allow us to choose either a reusable sack or a paper sack would be a lot better.
How would you be able to do a reusable?
You wouldn't. I can't figure out a way. Unless they just bring them out in bins and then load them into the bags in your car.
Yeah.
It would just take a while. Thank you, Bear. Thank you. That smells so good.
Give it back.
You want to smell it? Oh, what color is it? What color is that?
Green.
Okay.
Did you see his nasty hands?
Yes, grimy. Oh, so Kirsten. We have a handful of subscribers that I know by their screen name. Is that what? And we really appreciate like the people that come back over and over again and are just always uplifting and
Feel like a part of our family.
they do. So thank you very much. I'm gonna wash it and put it as my main mug. I'm so excited to use this.
You're my main mug.
This will be great if you could just, like the days Brad leaves really early, the coffee even in the pod is kind of cold. So if you don't mind just going ahead and like pouring me a cup when you leave, hopefully it'll still be warm. We should test it out. So this is one of like the first couple nights that we're successfully putting the kids down for bed and then the kids stay down for bed. One kid in particular. This is probably about the time, I don't know if Bear and Lyndall were like consistently going to bed and staying down by this time.
Lyndall definitely was, but Bear wasn't.
I remember though, like after moving here, my mom and I went over shopping and you said Lyndall was crying.
Once?
Yeah, but
Wait,
so
after we moved.
oh gosh, it's blurry. After we moved here, super blurry. So Eloise she'll always go down just fine, but then I've been like having to go back in and nurse her like 40 minutes after she goes down after one sleep cycle, nurse her back to sleep, and then she would be down for a while. But then lately that changed and she would be up at 40 minutes and then 40 minutes after that, sometimes 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and then like over and over and over until maybe like 11. And we just like didn't know when she was gonna be up, so we did not have an evening. And I felt like I was parenting around the clock, which I am. It's not like you're not a parent at nighttime, but it was tough for like a week. And so anyway, just like the last few days, we kind of adjusted her schedule a little bit. I think with the time change, I got messed up and I was trying to like put her down for bed too early, and so she was waking up a lot. And the last 2 nights though, she's gone to bed and stayed asleep. So tonight was fun. We both worked out together.
Yeah.
We started a new series. What's it called? I can never remember the name of it.
Morning show.
Morning show. So we worked out together in the garage and watched part of an episode of the morning show. I got to shower. This like changes everything.
Like real life.
When the kid goes to sleep and stays asleep, and then I have to pump now after she goes to bed, just like I did with the twins. Oh, life is good. I got this robe for Brad for Christmas. I think I've worn it more times than you have.
I think I've literally worn it once.
I think you've worn my robe more times than I have.